Go for it.
Good evening, over the grand finals match. Biscuits facing down Genji Ballers, who have clawed their way through the losers bracket to make it back here to a playoffs face-off against their league rivals Biscuits. Tonight is sure to be a knockdown, drag-out contest. We are going to be doing a best of 7 match this evening. So no fewer than 4 maps will be played, and it is sure to be some serious esports excitement. This is Bang on My Drums, bringing you all the action here tonight alongside Mercury Turtle and That One Dan Guy. We've already got our first map of Ilios. The lineups are just about set. And Mercury, what are your feelings on tonight? What are we going to throw in the old prediction to start things off this evening?
Let's see. I think that Biscuits is going to pull some really interesting strategies out of the bag. They always do. Of course, Genji Ballers are very strong in their swift reactions, so it really depends on how they're going to react to what this new strategy is from Biscuits, and I cannot wait to see it.
It is going to be very exciting, and I'm also very interested to see how Biscuits changes things around. They've got 2 very strong tank players in their lineup. The Genji Ballers, of course, has their classic lineup with General Dill, Heroic, Vyro, Zoloft, and Shaka Khan. And it looks like we've got the R's from both captains. We're going to go ahead and bring it into map number 1, and I'll go ahead and get this prediction started. For those of you in chat watching from home, want to throw some brew bucks towards a little gambling action. And don't forget, of course, to give us all your Twitch Prime money. Because, it's free for you, because you're already paying for Prime, theoretically, or somebody you know is. And then you give Jeff Bezos money to us, and we give it to an actually worthy cause that isn't Jeff Bezos.
100%.
It's very important. So here we go. Starting off on Ilios Well, we're going to see dive tanks from both sides of the field. Foxy opting for the sim to get his team out of spawn fast. Phantom Tones, that classic Reaper. We've got the meta heal comp from Zoloft and Shaka Khan, whereas DJ Soda and Runs on Plants going straight comfort picks.
I like the comfort picks. They are very strong.
The real question is, what is Foxy actually going to start on? Because we know that sim is not
definitely
actually
Tracer.
What he's going to play.
It's definitely Tracer. I knew it!
There you go. Listen, when in doubt, he's probably going to play Tracer. Speaking of which, Heroic starting off on the Cassidy tonight.
Biscuits get to point first.
Yeah, and they've got the DJ speed, so makes perfect sense. But we see Dreg already sitting at pretty low health. And he's going to do a nice little quick jump up in the air, just hang up, and Viral Logic's going to get tonight's first kill, fragging down Runs on Plants. And Genji Ballers just playing patiently inside that tight space, forcing Biscuits to walk into them. And there's just nothing that Biscuits can do, and that is going to be a solid fight win for Genji Ballers.
Huge patience coming out from Genji Ballers. They waited until they got them low, couldn't really recover too quickly, and went in on it.
A very smart play from Genji Ballers. We see Viral Logic already 60% to Deadeye. And right now, Foxy really the closest ult out of anybody, so ult economy already looking good for Genji Ballers. You see Heroic's going to try and get some nice little venture flanks as Dreg charges in. He's going to help Pincer. Heroic just barely manages to dig away, and now Dreg's once again low. And that Venture's going to try and chase him down. He's not going to be able to get that kill as his Kiri and Lucia are both there to help him, and he goes off the side! DJ Soda getting the environmental kill. And oh man, that is unfortunate. Down goes Shaka Khan. Viro's going to try and hang out on point as long as he can. It won't be very long. General Dill's the only one left. He's going to lose that mech, going to stall just a little bit longer, and that is going to be a point flip for Biscuits.
I think it really it shines right there of how they can tell when to go in, when to go out, and when to follow up with their teammates. And that was really what won them that fight right there.
We see here now General Dill and Viro both have their ult. Shaka Khan very close to rally, but we've got plenty of ults coming up here for Biscuits, and there's a good stick which Viro is going to get taken out by. He manages to take out Foxy in the process, And there's a big Blossom coming from Phantom Tones. That's going to take out 2. The bomb from General Dill just not able to find any purchase. And that's a team kill for Biscuits.
A good reset coming from Hero. He knew that that fight was lost. He didn't waste any time. He said, I'm gonna die here. Let's go.
You see, that was both DPS ults from Biscuits, and right now, Genji Ballers have the ult advantage. This is looking pretty solid for them. They are a little down as far as capture progress, and now we see capture. Here comes the rally, trying to make something happen. DJ Soda's going to send Shaka Khan off the map, and Dreg with that monkey ult is going to get another kill there. Heroic's going to get followed up on, and that's going to be another fight win for Biscuits as the remainders of Genji Ballers try to push back here. Zoloft on that Juno, speeding her team out of harm's way. And now Fire Logic, gonna get picked off late there by Foxy. And that is going to hurt. That is gonna push things very close time-wise for Genji Ballers. They have, essentially, this is last fight territory. They've got 3 ults. They can definitely make something happen. We see we've got Orbital Ray, High Noon, and the whatever Venture ult is. I can never remember what it's called. There's Beat. There's all 3 ults. Or 2 out of 3 ults, I should say.
High Noon is looking.
He's staring at them menacingly. No, down goes Phantom Tones. A late pick there after the ult, but still getting some value. Down goes runs on plants. Vyro getting taken out there, and Zoloft getting zapped pretty hard. Unfortunately, General Dill not able to save her. This is winnable right now. If you are Genji Ballers, just gotta take out that Tracer. And Shaka Khan and Lucio for time manages to get back. They flip the point, but Dreg is still alive. And it looks like he is going to get out. Dreg does get out with his life. Heroic still has Tectonic Shock. I finally remembered what it's called. and General Dill has Bomb again. So this is still looking good ults-wise for Genji Ballers. They've got a 2-to-1
Dreg is really close to Primal.
But yeah, he'll definitely have it this next fight early. But that's the only thing that Biscuits are guaranteed to have. Phantom Tones might farm a Blossom. Yeah, he might farm it. We'll see.
He definitely might get it now.
Honestly, though, even if Phantom Tones does get Blossom, that down goes Phantom Tones. It almost looked like he tried to bait General Dill into chasing him down that hole.
The right thing to do there, I think.
It's going to be tricky, though. It's going
to be an interesting touch here. I think DJ can definitely pull it off.
Oh, he absolutely can, and so can Foxy. He'll get there. Just a question of how long they can survive.
How coordinated can they make this?
Here comes DJ Soda, just kind of floating around on that back line. Here comes the Angry Monkey. He's going to swat around, try and find a target. He's going to bully General Dill for a little while there. Here comes the Tectonic Shock. Heroic trying to plug away at that monkey. We see Virologic got taken down in the back line. Here comes the Death Blossom. General Dill doing his best to eat that. A huge eat, but not quite enough. And here comes the Diva Bomb. That's going to take out nobody. Shaka Khan still hanging on, just floating around point. Heroic managing to take DJ Soda out of the fight in the meantime here. And now it's just Dragon runs on plants, and they're hanging on. Shaka Khan's going to go down, though, to Phantom Tones as he was getting bullied by Dreg. Heroic's there, too, but Phantom Tones manages to pick him off. Here comes the High Noon. That's going to get pulled fast and not get anyone. Heroic, Virologic, rather, managing to hang on for a little while, but down he goes. General Dill's there trying to survive on point. And that's probably going to do it here for round number 1. It looks like Shaka will have touch, but he's going to get booped back by DJ Soda. And that is round 1. Very close fight going to Biscuits.
I do want to make a point of Shaka almost booped Phantom Tomes Blossom into the hole. It was pixels short. Pixels.
That was sweaty, to say the least. And we see General Dill changing things around here for map number 2. He's going to switch over to the Ramatra. And looks like Biscuit's going to just stick with what's working. We see Shaka Khan opting to stick with the Lucio, which, with having Punchbot, is a pretty solid call, in my personal opinion. Oh, no,
from what I can tell, General Dill is a really good Ram. What he's showcased in the past, as several games that I have watched myself, he has a lot of potential to make huge plays. His presence is large.
And here we go, Dreg trying to make as much use of that tickle gun as he can, getting lots of bullying in as
Foxy
he
getting
is also
pushed out.
bullied. You see Foxy trying to make something happen here. Heroic managing to dive after that high ground, and he has to try and get away as best he can. He's just barely hanging on. That Winston giving him a real hard time, and we see, oh, down goes DJ Soda. There's a good pick. And that's after the point was already flipped. There goes Greg. Heroic just really hanging on and managing to just not die.
Oh!
And down goes Foxy. Huge plays. That hinder from the flashbang is pain on Tracer.
Yes, especially if the Cassidy can follow it up.
You see General Dillalu getting a nice little follow-up pick there on DJ Soda. Looks like that's gonna force Obiscuits to take just a little bit longer to regroup while they wait for everyone to spawn. And now, looks like still everybody sticking with what they were doing before. See, Dreg's pretty close to Primal. And we've got at least one, probably good 2 ults that we'll have here, at least from the DPS of Genji Ballers. And oh, Shaka Khan gets picked off by Foxy in the back line. That is going to hurt. Down goes Vyro as Dreg dives in. And now the DPS just farming here as Phantom Tones gets in the action. Dreg just creating so much pressure with that Tickle Gun just ignoring armor. And that is a solid point flip for Obiscuits. But honestly, if you're Genji Ballers, 62% ain't bad.
I want to say, Runs on Plains put the support in support right there. He definitely made sure Shaka went down right there. And she went down fast, or he went down fast.
That being said, we've got 3 ults for Genji Ballers. And honestly, General Dill just has to exist on point with his ult alone. And oh no, Zoloft getting picked off from the high ground there as Dreg gets a pick and then ults, gets Vyro with the follow-up with the Angry Monkey. And honestly, that's fine. Make them use some ults. If you're Genji Ballers, this is fine.
An interesting stagger there.
But Obiscuit still has 4 ults. Genji Ballers is probably going to have 5. It's just a question of who's going to use what and in what order. I imagine DJ Soda's going to try and farm beat before Annihilation, if he can. Oh, and there's a Pulse Bomb. That's going to get no one. And here comes Annihilation. Here comes the Death Blossom, but Phantom Toads is going to get 2 in the back line of Genji Ballers. And General Dill trying to hang on, but just gets burned down. And that is 2 ults used. It looks like Shaka also popped a rally there towards the end of the fight, but unfortunately just not enough to keep his ram in it. Meanwhile, that was 3 ults that we saw come out from Obiscuits here. So right now, oh, there's a big early pick from Virologic. And here comes the Orbital Ray. And that Hammer of Dawn's going to do a whole lot. Even with the beat to defend, it's not going to do a whole lot when you have Tectonic Shock coming into the play as well. Down goes Runs on Plants. DJ Soda looping around point, trying to hang on as long as he can. Down he goes. General Dill's going to get followed up on as well. And there it is. The point flipped once again, but this is now very much one-fight territory for both teams. It's map point and match point as far as both teams are concerned. And right now, Obiscuits has playing from a point of at least some matter of strength, because they've got Monkey Ult, which will do a lot for Drake's survivability, but down goes Phantom Tones. He managed to take Shaka Khan with him, though. That's a pretty solid trade. And here comes the High Noon. That's going to take out Runs on Plants. Zoloft out of the fight as well, though.
The scores are getting traded.
They're getting traded hard, and down goes General Dill, and that is not the trade that you want. As he goes down, so does Heroic. And now Virologic's trying to survive, but he's just not going to be able to. And the point time ticks down. Shaka Khan's on the carry. He's going to try and touch. Doesn't quite make it. Zoloft almost there. And that is Obiscuit winning this first map 2-0. And as much as that scoreboard may not show it, that was a very hard-fought first map. Look at that. Dreg absolutely dominating on the Winston.
This room was a room of death. The caged animal went wild.
He broke out the Mike Pence gun, and then he broke out the rage.
Indeed.
All right, well, that's going to do it for map number 1. We'll go ahead and check chat for ye old prediction. And nobody wins any points. So congratulations, no one. You win nothing.
Oh dear. Maybe I should contribute.
That's fine. Nobody thought this would happen. Anyway, we're back at it, live and direct. Gonna see if we have any lineup changes. We've still got Dead Zone and Chris Helms on the bench. We'll expect to see some action out of them this evening. Imagine Chris Helms will be in on support at some point. And we'll probably see some Dead Zone tank action, which means we'll be seeing Dreg on either support or DPS,
I'm looking forward to it.
depending on who's feeling the spiciest.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still lots of Overwatch action yet to be played. So keep on betting as the predictions roll in. We'll see how things play out. Because right now, I think Genji Ballers have seen that the dive is very strong from Drag on that Winston and Foxy on that Tracer. So I wonder if they want to maybe go for something that will allow them to bunker a bit more.
I don't know. Honestly, Biscuit seems to be a team that has an immense amount of synergy. They may not be entirely pro level, but they have a lot of really good communication. They talk, they know what's going on in each other's heads, and they execute on it. It's amazing to see. Genji Ballers are just going to have to, step it up. They're really quick on the decision making. They all have really good individual player skill. It's amazing to watch just as much. Just, got to keep up with maybe each other, Quick decision making, got to make sure that you're making all the same decisions.
That is fair to say. And look at this chat. Bobinator making a wild Bobinator appeared. I don't know if you know him, Mercury. He used to be in the league a while back, and it's been a minute.
A Bobinator? So, I've never met a Bobinator.
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 Yeah, he was in the league some number of seasons ago. I at this point have lost count. Shaka Khan will also tell you. It's been forever. Why are you a mod? That is a question I don't have the answer to.
Oh?
The prophecy. I imagine at one point you did some casting or cams and somebody made you a Twitch mod. That's all I know. It was funny because I actually saw somebody else in the league who I haven't seen in a while just get online. Is my good friend Sinfonia John, for those of you who know him. And okay, it looks like we are Turd Ferguson. What a name. AJ probably did it to dunk on me. Honestly, either one is entirely possible. And I love what Viro said, the Hanamura Clash thing.
I love it.
And it's really just Hanamura 2 Electric Boogaloo, and everyone knows it.
I can vouch for that. I'm with it.
And
I mean, Hanamura is visible on the map. It's to the back side and to the right. From the red side spawn, not the blue side, the red side spawn. So where you see the map in the top corner preview, that red arch, if you follow it back towards the spawn rooms, right there to the left.
The more you know. But it looks like we're getting ready to get the R's. And we will know that shortly.
Just to make sure everyone was aware, that message there from AJ, we should double check that tank health pools are correct as soon as we start. Our codes sometimes have issues with Clash.
Gotta love Overwatch. Small indie company. They're doing their best.
Can't even unlock gold weapons right now.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, AJ saying now that we told him to, he won't do it. Well, that's his problem, not ours.
Okay, there it is.
Okay, and runs on Plants. Gonna sit on the bench for this next one. Plants versus Zombies. That's funny. Anyway, it looks like we're about ready to get started. And according to Plants, we are Goochaluch, which I assume he means good. As the kids say. Okay, yes.
I assume.
I think we are ready. I think it's time for map 2.
I have not seen an R.
Those are the rules. There it
Yes.
is. There's
There it
there's
is.
the
We're
R.
good to go.
The R
Off
is
we
for ready.
go.
The R is for ready, but the R is also for rules.
Mm-hmm. And rules rule. Oh, also on Throne of Anubis, the Temple of Anubis is also visible from that map.
Interesting.
Yes, it's not as detailed, but the final capture point, you know, the nightmare pillars and everything, is visible from the. I want to say, if you're in the middle point and you walk outside, on the far distance, it's right there.
Interesting. Oh yeah, and I see what you're talking about. You can see sort of like the back. Well, no, this back section of Hana
The attack
just
spawn
looks like
first
Hanamura.
alleyway.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. Oh yeah, man.
And Rikimaru Ramen. You're basically where the arcade should be.
Memories. Such fond memories of that map.
These lineups coming out here, we're ready to brawl. There's high damage on both sides.
Yeah,
Zarya,
we got a Bastion out of
Bastion.
Foxy. That's not something I would have necessarily expected, but... Oh, and Viro's in trouble. He gets knifed, and Phantom Tones is there to finish up. You see big bubbles coming in from General
Dreg.
Dill trying to keep his team alive, but Dreg just eating people's lunch right now with this Junker Queen, and that is 3 down. And down goes Heroic with the follow-up. Dreg still chasing this final kill, but General Dill's finally going to get some...
Might
gets
not
his
necessarily
supports
want to do
back.
that. Their team spawn is right there.
That's okay. Phantom Tones probably has his fade. He knows what he's doing, usually.
He usually does, yes.
And Bobinator, to answer your question, this map type is called Clash. It's kind of 5 CP, but it's not quite the same as Flashpoint because it's a little more like the second point
It's
of
in
2
a line.
CP, but it's
Tug
in a
of
line.
war, yeah.
Yeah, tug of war. That's a better way to explain it. And it moves
There's
a
a
little
lot
bit
of fights
faster.
going on, and I just don't even know where to be at this point.
It's very chaotic, and we see Dreg just shredding people right now in this Junker Queen. He manages to get 2. Logic did pick up DJ Soda in the back line of Obiscuits, but right now, Obiscuits still very much having the advantage here, and Dreg just lighting up this kill feed as Dreg gets back-to-back knife kills for Dreg. This man putting out a clinic on Junker Queen.
He is putting out the knife.
It's the classic line from I don't remember which movie where he goes, "That's not a knife, mate. This is a knife."
Now, this point is hard to take. They have a huge spawn advantage, and as long as they play it tight, they will definitely win it. Oh, I don't
There's
know.
a big rampage from Dreg to start things off. Logic purple and low. Down he goes. Nice follow-up with the knife. You see Dreg, Heroic rather, trying to help out with Dreg just getting so much value out of his knives.
Oh.
And here comes the Orbital Ray from Shaka Khan trying to heal his team. Dreg and company just
A
absolutely
valiant satellite right
dominating.
there. Definitely would have kept Heroic up if not for the point blank Reaper.
And speaking of Point Blank Reaper, Phantom Tones ulting at least one in the spawn of Genji Ballers. Down goes
General
Shaka
Dill is going to
Khan.
have to get out there. Vero says, I'm here.
Viro's there, so is Heroic. He's trying to hang on. And oh, down he goes. There's just one left on point. They have to touch. This is getting very close. Chris Helms is going to get bubbled. He's going to get out there and ult. Shaka Khan goes down. Here comes the grab from General Dill to try and get some kills. And down goes Foxy. Finally, down goes Dead Zone. Heroic getting on the scoreboard here, taking out DJ Soda. And a valiant effort from Genji Ballers as Phantom Tone's still alive. Still surviving, but not for very long. And Shaka Khan's going to finally shoot him down. And Genji Ballers, they gotta be sweating right
What
now.
a fight.
That was a serious clinch by the DPS of Genji Ballers.
Really, like I said, the spawn advantage is what defines that point.
And this is going to be a serious uphill battle for Genji Ballers, as if they lose even if they lose even one fight, basically, it's going to be very difficult for them to. They pretty much can't recover from it. It's going to be game over. Because down goes Chris Helms. That's an early pick that you definitely don't want to see, especially on support. The objective's active. Down goes GJ Soda. That's a good trade, taking out your main supports. But down goes Shaka Khan, getting shot down there by Foxy. And see just a lot of damage coming through as General Dill, very high charge. Here goes Phantom Tones, popping Death Blossom on point by himself, trying to hang on and keep his team in this fight. But right now, he's not going to be able to do enough. And he is going to manage to fade out.
A huge display of skill from Vero Logic on the left side over there, picking the both one support and a DPS all by himself. Good job.
And there's another Rampage. That's a big bubble on to Chris Helms. Down goes Phantom Tones. He tried to follow up on it, but Foxy and Dreg still managing to get some action there in the kill feed. And Dreg just bullying General Dill, who is basically by himself right now, as Heroic is also out of the fight. And
Ballers being split up.
To run around and get chased as he tries to hide just off of point. He's going to have to touch because his team needs to capture this point in order to stay in the map. And there's Virologic getting the big Zuck with some help from the Bastion as Grisel's makes it to point. Viro's there, tries to get the Tectonic Shock off, and that is going to do it. Not quite able to touch General Dill coming out on the ball, and that is going to do Biscuits for for map number 2 going in their favor. And once again, Dreg with play of the game, brought to you as always by our official, unofficial sponsor, Brondo, the Thirst Mutilator. It's what plants crave. Look at that. Just an absolute clinic with the old Australian lady.
She doesn't have her doctorate, but she makes sure you might know she'll get it if she needs to.
Yeah, it may not be. She's got an honorary doctorate in murder studies.
She's a practitioner, but she may not have her license.
There you go. That's what we're looking for. So with that, I would imagine we're probably going to see. I think we're probably going to see a escort map next, considering Genji Ballers gets to pick it. I feel like they've done really well on Circuit this season. My team has played against them on it both times that we've played it. So I'm thinking, yep, there it is. Virologic going straight for Circuit Royale. That's a great map for most of the tanks that General Dill plays. I mean, it's great for Sigma. It's great for D.Va. I imagine, especially the third point's great for Ramatra. That's
a sniper map.
Absolutely. I think if ever was a time we were going to see the Virologic Widow, it would be now. And I'm curious to see if either Foxy or Phantom Tones comes out on the Widow. But we'll see. I see we've already got Zoloft back in the lineup on support. The real question is Runs on Plants going to change anything? Or is he just going to say, ain't broke, don't fix it? It's entirely possible.
Oops.
Anyway. We just wait on these old captains to give us the readies. And then we will do the thing. And you know what? I totally forgot to do a prediction after the second map. Or for the second
no!
Map, so I know.
We are ready!
I'm a terrible Twitch mod. How dare I?
We are ready.
All right, we've got the readies. Let's see. Who is going to win the third map? What are we thinking here, chat? Is it going to be Biscuit? Is it going to be Genji? There are a variety of options. And by a variety, I mean 2. So with this map swap, I believe, we're going to be seeing Biscuits on defense first. And that means that General Dill is probably going to, there it is. Oh, we're going to see the Dreg Sigma. We're going to see a little science off for this map. And there it is, the Virologic Widow pick. Foxy gonna run the Hanzo, Phantom Tones on his trusty Soldier 76, and the Dead Zone Brig.
He's been working on that a lot recently and has come miles, so I'm excited to see it.
And Brig's meta right now, and definitely will be necessary to protect against that venture. And see Shaka opting for the Zenyatta, which will definitely make Dreg's life very difficult, if nothing else. So, we're going to see how much intel Foxy got from that Sonic arrow just there.
Ooh, rock.
Oh, well, he definitely knows that the sniper's there now. You saw a couple of bullets just whiz by his head there. See Phantom Tones down on the low ground with Dreg, just plugging away at that Sigma shield. Ooh, nice pick, and Dreg already used his kinetic grasp.
Vero has assumed the position and has found someone.
There it is. The Viral Widow. Nothing to be sneezed at, and once again, Dreg getting discorded, rocked, and all manner of CC, and that is going to be a very decisive fight win for Genji Ballers, as General Dill and Heroic go seeing if they can chase after any leftover kills, as the cart makes its way through that first corner, and round to first point here.
I said last time I saw Vero on this map that I was unfamiliar with his Widow, but he definitely has some prowess with it.
He absolutely does, though. I would say, see Foxy now opting for the Widow here, so we're getting a bit of dual action, which I think Viro playing into my team against Cocklobster, it's a bit of a different situation.
Oh.
Ooh, Foxy wins the Widow duel.
He got the sneaky crack shot.
Oh, the jump shots do be sneaky.
No, it wasn't a jump shot. He was like in the terrain and looked through a crack.
Oh, that's just rude.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, Heroic managing to get some nice little dives in there, and down goes Dreg, getting blown up on the hamster. And that's going to be first point being captured handily there by Genji Ballers.
He
Almost
got the
5
toes.
minutes on the clock. Actually, this is one of the skins where he is wearing shoes on his feet.
It's still the toes.
I've noticed recently they added a voice line for Sigma when he respawns, where he says something to the lines
I would be doing better if my toes could breathe.
Yes. I just love that. There are a lot of things that the Overlord
personality
have done wrong. But at least they finally admitted that they were kind of made self-aware
Sigma doesn't like
of
shoes.
Sigma's toes. They gave it some lore, even if it's not as much lore or as we might have wanted.
Ooh,
and
Foxy.
here comes the Gravitic Flux. That's going to get at least one, and Foxy somehow survives that.
Whoa!
And,
I have no idea how he survived that.
And Foxy now popping off in the kill feed. Heroic just going down, and looks like Shaka and Zoloft are going to just get on out while they can. As General
If they
Dill,
can.
sorry, is Dreg looking for some picks there, rather. And Zoloft managing to sneak away. Shaka Khan just waiting for somebody to...
Foxy's in a very forward position here. Bit risky.
Oh, here, down he goes. Looks like he
The
got
risk, not enough for the reward.
Picked off for his hubris, but it looks like it may actually pay off here, as here comes the soldier. All Phantom Tone's going to follow that up.
Vero! Oh no!
And yep, there it is. Down goes Vero. I felt like that ult might have been overkill, but you know
I believe so. Yes, it
got
definitely was, but at least it secured some things.
He got two. He got two. You could say it got value.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, 3 ults. We've got Orbital Ray. We've got Tectonic Shock. Vyra will have Deadeye in a matter of moments, and there it is.
I do want to make a note that Dead Zone is no longer on Brig.
Oh yeah, he swapped over to the Juno, which definitely...
It actually won them that last fight.
Very
That little bit of
strong right
distance healing was definitely what they needed.
And here comes the Orbital Ray from Dead Zone. It comes from Zoloft as well. Trying to get things moving on the card. Viral Logic gets picked off in the back, but so does one's on Blends. Down goes Phantom Tones, down goes Foxy. Trying his best to hang on. Here comes a big rock into Dreg. And Dreg's going to actually manage to plow through and take out Zoloft on his way out there. And he's going to survive.
Is he going to be able to touch, though? This point is exceedingly important.
He might make it. Oh no, Shaka Khan's going to boop him away. So the only one who manages to touch is Phantom Tones.
And he dies for it.
He sure does, but here comes the minefield. And now General Dill's in trouble because he's purple and very low. Down he goes. Here comes the Tectonic Shock. And Heroic trying to create some space for his team with this ult. And Dreg is so low, but they do manage to pick him off. Vyro with a well-placed shot. And down goes runs on Planet Heroic.
Oh!
He's still hanging on there, but Foxy manages
It's a judo off!
I believe in the Zoloft, but Dead Zone's getting spicy with it. Oh no!
My God. This map
3.5 meters.
has been a hotbed of excitement these past few games.
And look at that, General Dill and company just trying to make their way up. We see Dreg once again just plowing through the enemy team with that tight space there. And here comes the Sig ult that's going to get the Widow. And down goes Dead Zone, down goes Foxy. Phantom Tones getting followed up on there by Heroic. And down goes runs on Plants. Drag is the last one there with 1 minute to go. And Genji Ballers finally managing to secure that second point. And here we go, now into the final phase of the map here. Looks like Drag's still sticking with the ball. Foxy's still on the Widow. See Phantom Tones over to the Cassidy now. So it looks like they're going to opt for a little bit more of the long-range damage. Nice rock there by General Dill hitting Phantom Tones, but didn't quite manage to get the follow-up for the kill. The Dead Zone's low, and General Dill's going to pick him off pretty easily there. You know, down goes runs on Plants. And right now, Phantom Tones is all by himself.
Feeling the pressure.
And he's going to manage to get away. Dreg coming in there and helping to save his tank from the diving venture.
He's a bit weak, though. Might want to play a little more careful.
You're going to see, Zoloft not quite able to challenge that as much as she would like, but it's fine because they're just going to get the point progress anyway. And now Foxy is just trying to plug away at Vyro and's going to lose that duel.
They are moving the cart for free, man.
And Dreg is in the back trying to mine off some of the enemy team from the point, but it's not going to be enough. And down goes Phantom Tones. Dead Zone trying to stagger away from those Sigma orbs, but there's too much splash damage, and Dreg gets rocked and smashed. And down goes runs on Plants.
A huge purple, but not enough.
And there it is. A nice little team kill to round out round number 1.
Shaka got the disrespect smack to the face with Foxy. That was entertaining, to say the least.
Honestly, that's what we're here for. Little bit of spiciness. Make things more interesting. And with that, it's a 3-0 lead right now. But it's only a minute of extra time, so this is still very much Obiscuit's map to win or lose. We have to see what sort of adjustments they make coming into their turn on attack here. And adjustments they have made. You see Phantom Tones back on the Reaper. We're going to see the Foxy Bastion in a shred that Sigma shield. And Dreg on the Reinhardt, which is going to make General Dill's life somewhat difficult, if I had to guess. And here we go, just seeing where everyone's setting up. It looks like General Dill and company going to opt for some high ground here. Going to give up just a little bit of space with
disrespecting the chairs in the meantime.
I mean, listen, if you don't destroy all the chairs, are you really playing the map?
And the rails.
That too. And now General Dill making himself a little more aware of what's happening as he pokes forward a bit. You see Phantom Tones off in that left side room from the defender's perspective.
Dead Zone opting to jump over without his team and face for it.
Yeah, not sure what he was thinking there, but
I think they had a plan and it just didn't go well. Oh no.
I imagine he was trying to pull somebody over with the pedal, and ooh, Phantom Tones got a little too trigger happy there, and he is going to pay for it. And
Greg's a little far up.
He showed them his hole, but he's in a lot of trouble right now, and he gets rocked, and that is going to take him out. And Foxy back over to the Widow here. Vyro challenging him with some help from that Sigma shield from General Dill.
Good team play.
Here comes, ooh, big rock from Dreg, slowing down General Dill for a second there. And Phantom Tones once again gonna look at that side to try and get some value. He's gonna fade early. And now he's gonna just go back to trying to plug away at those DPS and try and win that duel. Byro's gonna go in after him. Not too far. We can see some rocks coming out. The Sigma's touched holes. I saw it. And oh, Shaka Khan getting picked off there by Foxy. That is going to hurt.
Great placement from the Widow.
Oh, there's a big rock from Dreg. Not quite enough to pick off the Venture. And it's
Foxy got to get another shot, but it was max distance on Heroic, so he survived it.
Oh, and General Dill getting picked off. Oh, there's a big follow-up by Dreg.
Rock.
Really,
he had the rock.
Really making some things happen there on that Sigma, and that's going to finally get some card progress here for Biscuits as they round that corner. Looks like, in general, Genji Ballers did a somewhat better job of defending first point, although that first defense is always a bit challenging. And here comes the Sigma ult. That's going to get at least 1, 2. And there's Dreg with the Sigma ult of his own. He's up pretty high. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to get rocked out of it. Down goes Heroic, but there's so much other kills coming out here. Logic is going to get in the action. Zoloft even getting into the kill feed. Dreg getting just melted, and the foot to finish it off.
A lot of ults were spent there to try and take this point, and a lot of ults were used to defend it.
Looks like actually it was only Gravitic Flux that got used in that fight for Biscuits.
Biscuits. Mm-hmm.
General Dill used Flux, and then Zoloft used Orbital Ray, but it looks like they'll have 3 ults in this fight. Heroic should be able to build Tectonic Shock pretty quickly. Shaka also should have no trouble building Transcendence in this fight. Just a real question of, can they rock Phantom Tones out of his ult before he manages to get too much value? I think that's going to be...
is the BAP.
You see, already used his lamp. There's Window. General Dill getting picked off early, though. Shaka Khan having to pop the Transcendence to keep his team in the fight, but there's the rebuild. And that's going to take out Zoloft. Phantom Tones might die for it. He does. Shaka Khan takes one with him.
Hero and Heroic in the backline.
And there's a Tectonic Shock that's going to runs on plants. Dreg is there on the Doomfist. He's got Dead Zone with him. And Heroic just going to hang out on point. He's going to manage to stall. General Dill's back. And there's a big Orbital Ray coming out from Dead Zone.
Only 20 seconds left on the clock. They gotta live here if they want to hope to take this point.
And oh, down goes Heroic, but so does Dead Zone. This is not looking great if you're Dreg right now. He was mostly by himself. He does Meteor Strike to get out. And it looks like he should be able to get back there. It takes out Zoloft. Phantom Tones is also on the point. We see the Deadeye coming out. Pyro opts to pop it early, but gets a lot of follow-up on him from Dreg and Phantom Tones. Foxy manages to get the health pack. And Shaka Khan, absolutely zero fear, chasing down Foxy. And in overtime, they do manage to cap, and Shaka Khan is going to die late. And Shaka Khan saying he got his, and that is entirely accurate. He wanted that kill, and he received it.
Foxy tried to style on him. I saw that 360, or at least attempted 360.
That might have just been a 360 of sheer terror.
I choose to believe that it was styling, and I will deny any other.
That is fair. And here comes another Gravitic Flux. We're going to see if General Dill manages to find a target. He's going to get 2.
Huge lamp coming from Runs on Plants.
Oh, big trade there as Runs on Plants goes down, but so does Shaka Khan. And right now, this Dreg Doomfist is going to get blasted down. Phantom Tones does manage to get the follow-up there, but right now, this is not looking good for him.
That Zone is fighting for his life in the backline. Oh, not going to keep it.
Yeah, those homing torpedoes are a little bit difficult to deal with.
They are.
And right
now,
they
hit when you don't want them to, and they don't hit when you want them to.
Unless you're on the other team, in which case they hit you when you want them, when you don't want them to. And
exactly my point.
We see now Zoloft has Orbital Ray. Shaka Khan very close to beat.
Some interesting
Heroic
positioning.
And Pyro not far off their ults. We see Phantom Tones has Blossom. Got another Meteor Strike coming up. Here comes the Orbital Ray. They're going to just opt to try and blast people down. We see huge play by Phantom Tones with the Death Blossom. It's going to get
Ton
some
of damage.
value with Dreg. Didn't light him up in the kill feed right away, but it's enough to survive. And it's enough to keep that fight going. And that's a team kill for Biscuits as we are coming down to the 30-second mark here. And I don't know.
They are going to have a touch here.
They do have the tuss, and they picked off Foxy, who was up pretty far and being very ballsy with that positioning. Here comes the high noon. That's going to get to a huge play from Viro as Dreg tries to jump in. Doesn't quite get...
Shock taking out that lamp was huge for the Deadeye to go through.
10 seconds to go, and I don't think there's anybody from Genji Ballers, from Biscuits who's going to be able to touch.
Foxy! Making it.
He makes it, but then he has to recall, and he's currently being trapped in a corner by General Bill. Dead Zone is also there as well. Flies up and gets immediately shredded by Zoloft. Dreg is there now on the Doomfist.
5v3.
Foxy goes
5v2.
down. Down goes the Reaper. It's just Doomfist, and down he goes. And that's going to do it here, folks, in overtime with the team kill. Genji Ballers winning by a score of 3-1.
What a game. What a game.
That's going to give them a overall score of 2-1, still in favor of Biscuits. But it's not over yet, folks. Not by a long shot. We've got
Best of 7.
Best of 7. We've got at least... I'm calling it right now. We've got 3 more maps. It's going to 7. One way or another. It's happening.
Amen to that. I hope it does. I love these games, and I want to see both teams go to their limit.
That being said, nobody predicted this outcome again. So, channel points. You should bet them on the game.
All right, I shall do so.
And then win channel points. Not you, you're the caster.
How dare you! Why can't I?
It's like NFL refs betting on games. We're not allowed to do that. I mean, I'm not saying
I can
we're
do
not
it
actually,
on the back.
but it's just it's a weird mod problem where if you bet on the prediction, you can't do anything with it later.
I'm not a mod.
This is true. You're not. You should be.
Yeah, I guess so.
That is no longer my problem.
So I still get to vote.
And King's Row, it is.
King's Row, everyone's favorite map.
I'm going to call it boring in chat.
Can we do the Christmas one?
I'm glad at least AJ agrees with me. You know what? I wouldn't hate some Winter King's Row.
The captains have to approve it according to the rule book.
I prefer Easter Kings.
Gotta love some good humor coming from everywhere.
All right. Well, it sounds like it's going to be default King's Row.
Darn.
Unfortunate. So now we just wait to see if there are any lineup swaps. I have a suspicion that Runs on Plants might bring DJ Soda back for this map. But we shall see. I believe we do also need to flip the teams as well.
Okay.
Because it is that time where we do the old flippity floppers. And we'll see if we do get any lineup changes. I suspect Runs on Plants will want to give DJ Soda some more time here. Zombies versus plants. That's good. And now we wait. And while we wait, I would like to remind everyone that subscribing to this channel donates to charity. We just did a charity stream. I want to say 2 months ago or a month ago. Time is a flat circle, and I don't remember how long it's been. It's about a month. But we donated money to lots of very wonderful charitable causes. And we'll probably do another one in a few months.
I love it.
If you haven't subscribed to the channel like me, either through your Twitch Prime or through just, throwing us $5 a month, consider doing that. because then we donate money to great charities like the Trevor Project and various pool cancer and mental health charities and the things like the 69 months.
We make a difference, no matter how small. That is what you're trying to say.
We do. And,
and we have fun doing it.
We donated over $1,000 to 3 charities recently. So
we did.
You know, it's something. And it could be more money with your subscription help. So don't forget to sub if you haven't already. Be like Fox M and subscribe for 69 months. Okay, let's see if Dan's quick enough to get Hype Bus 69 in the feed. So far we've got the 629. I'm literally staring at the feed waiting to see if he puts the black box over it.
Please do. Please do. Please put the box. Pull it off. You can do it.
I believe in you, Dan.
You got this, Dan. Even if you have to use your cursor.
Either way, it's time for some King's Row action. Dead Zone on tank now. Greg on support, and we've got the Dead Zone Reinhardt.
Huge plays ahead of zone. We've got a huge play coming from.
Wait, we're almost there. There it is. Yeah, Hype Plus 69. This is more important than what's actually happening in the game.
And here we go.
And we see Heroic on the Torbjorn on this map. Not what I would have expected.
And Ballers electing to play pretty safe here.
And honestly, that's what you need to do. They want to bait Dead Zone into making a mistake, into getting hindered like he did just there. And drawing out
They are also
Suzu.
giving quite a bit of room on this wide flank here. Foxy's got quite a bit of good positioning.
You see Chris Helms on the brig here, going to be doing a lot to help his Ramatra. And right now, we see, Chris Helms, General Dill.
Speaking of...
That tight room is pretty great when you have a character like Torbjorn and Ramatra who just punch you and you have nowhere to go. And Foxy doing a lot to make that high ground very dangerous for anyone to look at.
But not really achieving much.
Unfortunately,
great positioning, just not much is happening.
Yeah, they honestly, Genji Ballers played that well. They just forced everybody to come and fight them inside that tiny room. And they won because of it. And we see now Dead Zone opting to take a much wider flank as Foxy takes out the Torb turret, and a big sleep there by Shaka Khan. The Dead Zone getting woken up almost immediately. Chris Helms taking the brunt of that fire strike, and here comes a nano onto General Dill. And Dead Zone's going to charge Chris Helms out of his life. Down goes Vyro as well. And now you see Dead Zone walking back in as General Dill's already got his ult. And he's going to make Dead Zone have a very difficult time here, but it's not going to be enough to actually kill him. He's just existing on point for as long as he can. The Dreg ends up being the one to finish him off in the kill feed, and down goes Heroic. And at this point, it's probably going to be a fallback and regroup situation for Genji Ballers. Managed to shave off a solid minute or so there. Oh, runs on plants with a big follow-up, big exit pick there on Chris Helms. And that is going to be a long walk back from spawn for him. So right now, General Dill and company have no choice but to give up a pretty substantial amount of progress in this streets phase. As Phantom Tones does some flanking. And just going to kind of fade out and just draw out some cooldowns from General Dill. And here comes the Molten Core as Dead Zone walks into it, gets purpled, slept, and down he goes. So, a very solid response despite some difficult picks coming out of their favor towards the end of that last fight.
Solid flank here.
Oh, and down goes Phantom Tones, getting bullied by Chris Helms and General Dill. And right now, Foxy still kind of floating around.
Need to get out of there.
Oh, Vyro getting a nice little follow-up pick there on Dreg.
They know
him pretty well.
They know Foxy's there.
They're just kind of choosing to ignore him, it seems.
Oh, nope, not anymore. They are going for him.
General Dill's going for him. And down he goes.
It is going to find him. Just in time for there to be another fight.
And honestly, that's huge for Genji Ballers right now.
Not optimal for the Biscuits.
Dead Zone used Shatter, so they don't have it for this fight. Shaka went down, but right now, Biscuits have no supports. And Phantom Tones goes down. There's a rally from Chris Helms, which I don't know if they really needed that, but, you know,
They're going to want that back. Sending a message is important. I agree.
And realistically, they still have 3 ults. And Obiscuits only has about the same, so they're doing okay on ult economy.
They needed
here.
the overhealth. Clearly.
Yes, exactly.
Gotta
the real
get
question
ready.
here is, can Shaka Khan sleep Phantom Tones out of his ult? I say this as Chris Helms dies. And that is mega unfortunate. The charge through the dragons from Dead Zone is going to take General Dill out. Foxy goes down, though.
The point is not moving.
No, it is not.
There we go.
Honestly, right now, this is fine for Obiscuits. They're taking a lot of space, which is something they need to do.
Heroic! Heroic, what are you doing, Heroic?
Oh, Shaka Khan missed the sleep.
Heroic is being a sleeper agent in the back.
They know
Foxy
he's there.
found him.
Oh, did he take Foxy out?
A huge split. Dead Zone is caught out by himself.
And Virologic breaks his shield. Just uses the ult to break his shield. And,
honestly, that sleeper agent move from Heroic, huge play. Huge.
And runs on plants getting picked off late there. Late after the fight was over. Huge plays by Heroic. Being an absolute menace on this venture.
Sneaky sneaks. The sneaky sneaks.
And he's already 70% ult.
I don't think that Sonic revealed Heroic's position.
They might still not know where he is.
Biscuits do not know that he is there.
I think Chris Helms needs to go back to his Ana and ASAP. Because Vyro can only do so much to protect his fellow support. And right now, him and Shaka getting chased down. Phantom Tones dies. So does Shaka.
Heroic in the backline, causing havoc, leaving Dead Zone alone with the general.
And Dead Zone is gonna go down, and it's a little scrappy, but Genji ballers are doing it. They're doing a lot to stagger here. And now it's General Dill versus Avenger and a Hanzo. And he's just gonna pop all. He's gonna kill Jag. Just be there, existing on point.
Juno. He is one, but
Drake
this team's
survived
gonna be
as
back.
long as he could. They have no tank though. Foxy is low, and he's got a health pack right next to him. He's gonna get it. Fyro's gonna try and get that kill if he can. He's got the nano, and Dead Zone's just gonna smash him down. And here comes the Venture from the backline. And Dead Zone's gonna try and hang on. And Shaka Khan once again getting picked off, but down goes Dead Zone. The trade's still coming in. General Dill on the hamster. Gonna dive in and take out Dreg. And Phantom Tones almost manages to push the card out by himself. He pops the Reaper, and General Dill just balls around point. And Phantom Tones still shooting at him. Still trying to hang on. General Dill gives every last point of HP.
Wow.
So close to stalling that point out. But nobody else from his team was able to make it in time. What a photo finish there. And only 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. So this is pretty solid. If you're Genji ballers right now, you're definitely happy with this defense. Now coming into third point, this is going to be very advantageous for Foxy.
With only a minute
having
left.
A lot of range on this high ground.
They're gonna have to get a pick here soon for this corner. If they don't, I don't know if they're gonna be able to make it.
Right now, they've got 3 hanging out up on that first little high ground point. Chris Helms just surviving, trying to make something happen here, just harassing those DPS and actually forcing Foxy off the high ground. The Shatter comes out, takes out Chris Helms, takes out General Dill, and the follow-up from Phantom Tones is huge. And right now, it's just Shaka Khan trying to heal Vyro.
Gonna secure this.
With a mere 30 seconds, and General Dill is there. He's gonna touch, just barely manages to get that overtime stall. And Heroic's there. He's not gonna last very long as there's a lot of people shooting at him. General Dill circling around point as long as he can. 17 seconds. Honestly, if you're Genji ballers, that's fine. You are perfectly happy. That is big winnable.
It's under a minute.
That is what you want on any hybrid map, honestly.
And if you're Biscuits here, honestly, that was fantastic. Full cap, I'll take it any day, no matter how much time is left. None, all, it's fine.
Yep, it is definitely a tight contest. And I'm curious to see if we get some heroic widow, sorry, not heroic, some virologic widow action on this first point. See if we can't get a little spicy headshot action. No, he's just gonna keep with the Cass. Not a bad choice. Foxy gonna opt for the Ash, which General Dill swapping over to the Monkey. I do like that. It's gonna make it. The Ash is gonna make his life a little more difficult just because of the dynamites, but and they've got Dreg on the Illari, so they basically are running 3 DPS with this comp. The Biscuits
Huge damage. Huge damage.
Yes.
It all depends on how big of a presence Illari can make.
It's the support character with the DPS ult. Totally makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's a DPS that can heal some.
Sometimes,
Congrats.
when they feel like it.
Love the emo.
Oh no, General Dill actually sticking with the Ramatra, and there's the Dynamite. Already getting some value for Foxy there. Oh, and Shaka Khan getting picked off by runs on plants. That is big bone-hurting juice. Chris Helms doing what he can to try and get some value. General Dill takes out the pylon. Gonna get some nice little punchies in there. While Azana comes back from spawn, and Shaka Khan actually swapping over to the Juno now. Right now,
Rug on the back line, causing Foxy some heart attacks.
Phantom Tones is there to help out, and Dead Zone gets picked off though as he took the bait. And now Phantom Tones
Genji Ballers have
away.
successfully gone around. They have quite a bit of room now.
They do, but they lost General Dill in that fight, so it's a bit of a tenuous situation they're in right now because they're down 2. And a big
Biscuits are pretty spread out, I must say, and Runs on Plants is not in a good position to heal that far up.
It looks like they're going to take advantage of that. Fyro taking out Foxy. And we see now it's Biscuits on their back foot here as the long con paid off. As Fyro manages to get Phantom Tones low, but not quite enough to pick him off. And down goes Dead Zone as General Dill just punches straight through that shield. And with
Dreg trying to make it happen.
Dreg is going to try and stall as best he could there, but the point is going to flip, and Phantom Tone's going to get picked late there.
Foxy, oh no!
Even later. And now it's Dead Zone who's caught out, and he's down 2. Has no DPS.
Biscuits is just going to need to back away here. They need to regroup.
And this is a lot of free space that they can take right now.
Nothing unfamiliar from last round.
Yeah. It was a very, very decisive takes. Although it looks like Genji Ballers might have a little bit less time than Biscuits did on their initial attack, but honestly, regardless, if you're Genji Ballers, you're feeling good about this. You've got 4 ults. And there's a Shatter that's going to get Fyro just barely as he tried to get off the high ground.
Huge pick.
And there's a big boop from Heroic to try and get that Reaper away from his team. And here comes the Annihilation. It's just all the Qs getting pressed right now. There comes the Orbital Ray as well. General Dill gonna light up that kill feed, and that is definitely a contender for the Pot G reel later. And
he lit up the entire area, not just the kill feed. He was glowing.
And there we go. It's a solid team kill, or not a team kill, but a team wipe for Genji Ballers. Dead Zone definitely has a touch here. Foxy has Bob, which he should be able to touch with. And they're going to start off with the Alariel for Dreg to move a little bit quicker to get to point. In comes the Sunstrike. It's going to get a couple. Here comes the High Noon. And Foxy goes down to Heroic, just plugging away in the back. And Foxy's going to lose his Bob to the High Noon. Which, is still value in and of itself. Dreg low and out. Dead Zone low, getting also taken out here. Phantom Tone's trying to hang on, but that drill from Heroic proving too much to bear. And now 4 minutes and 20 seconds going into final point. This is looking very strong for Genji Ballers right now.
Not unwinnable. Not at all.
And Heroic, once again, doing the same thing that he was doing on defense, just harassing the DPS, but Runs on Plants is there looking at him and takes him out. So
we got to switch onto the Lucio from Dreg.
Oh, and he's looking for that boop he just got.
He got one.
He was guaranteed to get at least one. I almost wonder if Chris Helms maybe swaps to the Moira here.
Hunting down the Vero, Dreg. Ambitious.
He is unfortunately going to regret that particular decision, as Dead Zone now being bullied by that Ramatra in his front line.
I can respect the decision, though. If they had have gotten that pick on Vero, it would have been amazing amount of time lost.
And there we see some competing ults, and Phantom Tones gets the Blossom of the Shatter follow-up. Honestly, that Orbital Ray was looking pretty strong from Shaka Khan, but Dead Zone was there to just cut that entire push off in its tracks with that Q.
And I do see Biscuits doesn't have ults for this coming fight, man. That Shatter might want to have held the Shatter.
It's tough because that Orbital Ray was doing a lot of damage, and they definitely needed to stop that push, so I can kind of see it both ways. But right now, General Dill's got Annihilation. He's just going to walk forward. There's Dreg with the beat.
Huge purple under the General Dill, having to make him back off.
And there's Chris Helms getting low. Down goes Foxy. Is Dreg trying his best as Lucio to push that back line, and Chris Helms trying to take that fight, and he's going to help win it with some help from Viro. And now it's just
Dreg
General Dill on the cart.
Something happened in the back line, and it did not work out in his favor.
Yeah, he had too many people looking at him to...
Ambitious. I love the ambitiousness, though.
We see a nice Ravenous Vortex coming out there from General Dill as Dead Zone and company walk out. Dreg, once again, on the Lucio's going to be looking for more boots here in this final
doing that
point.
flank up there.
And here comes got the High Noon coming out from Viro. He gets slipped out of it. Huge play by Runs on Plants. Dreg getting another environmental, but Heroic's going to punish him for it. But that Bob coming out from Foxy helps seal the deal. Team kill and 2 minutes to go. And right now we should have Rally and Orbital Ray. But Dead Zone's got another Shatter in the works here. I think they're probably going to be engaging with this Rally. It's the question of can they kill Dead Zone before he gets his Shatter off and or stun him out of it.
What are you cooking, Phantom Tomes?
That's his usual thing. He likes to be. He
needs to snick a snick.
Oh,
Foxy, getting a good shot.
Off early. And here comes another Reaper ult, but was doing a fantastic job of stunning that one down, but there's the Shatter onto the ulting Chris Helms by Dead Zone.
Vero coming out on his favorite Genji.
He's gonna get Fire Strike there. And now Heroic trying to escape. Chaka Khan's
Is he gonna be able to make it though?
I think he should be able to get out. He's got his dig. And yep, there it is. He manages to get out, and Dead Zone goes down.
Oh!
That's a big trade, but the beat comes out from Dreg as General Dill walks in. And he's going to get the Annihilation, and gets pushed back a little, but down goes Dreg.
Satellite coming out.
Down goes Runs on Plants. We've got Orbital Ray in the fight, too. Down goes Phantom Tones. It's huge Annihilation from General Dill. As Dead Zone tries to charge in, gets booped away by the Brig, gets taken out. And there it is, round 2, and Genji Ballers with a slight but not insignificant advantage there, almost 15 seconds. Switching sides. And here we go.
There is no prediction for this game.
Well, you know what? Considering we've had 2 maps played so far, or 2 rounds played so far, and it's any round. We had two rounds of this map played.
Any teams win. This is a good game. I am on the edge of my seat, as they say.
Hopefully not actually. That sounds very uncomfortable.
I mean, not really. If you're talking about traditional theater seats, and you're on the edge of your seat in anticipation, normally you would be in a pretty straight up position, which puts your back in a really good position, so your posture's great.
Well, there you go. Posture check, everybody. It's important. Right along with hydration.
Don't hurt your back. It will support you all your life.
Quite so. And looks like here we got Viros going back over to the Cassidy for this 3rd round. Foxy opting for the Sombra, though. That's an interesting switch up.
I love it. It's just because I'm a Sombra lover.
I mean, Sombra's good.
I don't know though. Into the Cassidy, and especially one as efficient as Vero, it can definitely get punished if you do anything wrong. And I mean, just even showing yourself could be the wrong thing.
That is true. And Virologic currently getting harassed from the high ground by Foxy, who's going to have to teleport away. And meanwhile, Jedzo's going to charge General Dill into the wall, get a follow-up pick on Chris Helms. And even though Phantom Tones goes down, this is looking like Obiscuits are going to have a pretty solid command of this first point here.
Runs on plants, having to deal with Heroic in the back.
Oh, and Heroic's going to stall as long as he could. See, General Dill's going to roll in. On the hamster, Foxy goes down.
Oh, ball.
And that was a big stagger pick by Shaka Khan, taking Foxy out of the fight. Shaka goes down. General Dill is still there, still on point. It's overtime now. The Shatter coming out, taking out Chris Helms. And General Dill is going to get bullied out of existence.
Wow. We are in overtime, man.
And we've got 3 ults that are going to be online fairly soon for Obiscuits here. And probably only 2 for Genji Ballers.
These overtime spawns, they're going to start adding up. And I hope both teams can at least hold some patience.
You see right now, Foxy doing a good job of harassing this backline, giving Heroic a lot of trouble. As
Biscuits is a little too far ahead, in my opinion, though. That very spaced out. Could get easily punished.
They're making a lot of space, and it looks like they're regrouping here. Deadzone and company tried to chase that kill, and here comes the Orbital Ray. It's going to send right across, and Foxy in the backline harassing Shaka Khan. Down go 2. Firelogic's going to take out 1 with the High Noon, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to be very low, and down he goes to the Fire Strike. Manages to take Foxy with him, but unfortunately, I don't think that exit pick is going to get him as much value as he wanted, as Phantom Toad's going to shred General Dill. And once again, Heroic just kind of hanging out in the back line.
Causing havoc.
Try and stop these respawns while the rest of his team comes back.
They're definitely being more careful of that.
Oh, he is way back there now. Probably a bit too far, honestly. So
especially to stop this touch. This touch is going to go through.
At this point, Deadzone's way in front, and Shaka Khan's there. He's not able to touch though. And point gets all the way to second point. General Dill's just plugging away on that Ramatra, trying to get some damage in. And Viral on the May here, taking Greg out of the fight, but Deadzone just
and finding something with it.
Huge charge, huge shatter, gets the nano off to boot, and down goes General Dill.
They are going to almost cap this. I hope that they can respawn in time.
They've got 4 ults, so I think they should be able to press Q and win this fight, and at least stop them from full capping. But
there's always the possibility that runs on plants with that purple says no thank you.
Here we go. Here comes the Orbital Ray. General Dill's going to walk in there and try and build that ult. It's a massive EMP, followed up with the Death Blossom. That's going to take out 3. Heroics there trying to get some value with the Tectonic Shock, and does, with some help from Virologic. Right now, it's just the May and the Venture. Venture goes down. May is out of the fight after getting smashed into a corner, and that's a team kill for Obiscuits. As the rally comes out, Chris Helms walking out of spawn. Here's the Annihilation, trying to stall, and they actually managed to force them off point.
Wow. Runs on plans. I feel so bad for him. I saw that emote. I don't know if it was by accident or if they thought they had it, but it was awful timing.
Yes, I agree that one, Dan Guy. That is some serious letter number action, and it may just be the difference between winning and losing for Obiscuits on this map.
Pain. True pain.
And that extra 14 seconds is going to make a difference as far as Obiscuits, as far as
Genji Ballers'
ability to take this first point and give themselves a little bit of extra time before it gets into overtime. See, Foxy's still on the Sombra.
I love it.
Definitely
always love a Sombra.
Get some nice hacks on those health packs near first point.
You know, I don't think I could stand like Sombra, like weird leaning squat
I guess it's just a
It's strategic.
style points. I see Dead Zone. He's trying to mimic my patented DPI spam, but he's not spinning wildly enough.
General Dill electing to go onto his comfort Sigma.
Honestly, Sigma stronger. Oh no! Shocker getting bullied by Dragon Foxy, and that is a huge pick to start this off. Down goes Chris Helms, the hack onto General Dill, and down he goes.
Vero's a little too deep there, a little too ambitious.
And honestly, that's fine. You die quick, you get out quick, you reset, and you try to make it happen. Just starting it over again. They've got the Juno speed ring. They're going to get themselves in a bit of a different position this time. Everybody on that high ground, but Foxy's now going to harass Viral Logic, and Vira's going to get that kill. And down, there's Dead Zone getting hit with a big rock. He's still hanging on, but he's got a Venture harassing him, and there's the purple, which Venture's just going to cleanse that right off. The nice little dirt bath.
The ballers are slowly pushing in.
And there goes Runs on Plants, another pick.
Less than 5 seconds left.
Dead Zone goes down. Drag goes down. Phantom Tone's going to try and stall, and now he's down too.
Foxy is there. I don't know if you're going to want to do this, though. It is overtime.
Honestly, if you're Foxy, you just get out. You live to fight another day.
Foxy fights another day.
They have Shatter, and that could be enough to win this fight by itself. Especially with Blossom coming up pretty soon here too, and Dreg taking out Viral Logic. That's a huge stagger that Genji Ballers cannot afford right now.
They did not want that.
Oh, and down goes Phantom Tones. The Shatter comes out, but General Dill actually managed to shield it away. Unfortunate, but Chris Helm still died. And there's Phantom Tones coming in with the Death Blossom, and in overtime, that's gonna do it. Oh, Biscuits going up now by a score of 3-1.
Delicious.
Absolutely huge plays and Dead Zone.
I love the color theme that Biscuit had going on with that last bit. All red and black.
It's actually a little fun lore fact for you. That's Phi Mu Alpha colors.
Indeed.
So for those of us who are brothers and know the thing, that's the thing.
Honorary.
So that now brings us to map number 5. And this could very well be the game point right here that Biscuits needs to clinch the title and the championship for the season. And we are going to see, I imagine, we'll see Zoloft back in for Chris Helms. The question is, will DJ Soda get back onto the board this evening? We've seen Push, Control, Escort, Clash, and Hybrid. Oh, sorry, we've seen Clash, Control, Escort, Hybrid. And that leaves Push and Flashpoint. If I had to guess, I would think Genji Ballers would want Push. I think they want a map. They want the map that's going to force Biscuits to play slower. And I think that is what will allow them to, get their initial pick and then snowball. So I think if you're Genji Ballers, you go Push, but they could go Flashpoint. You never know. And there it is. We got Chris Helms back in for Zoloft. The real question here, and we see we got DJ Soda back in for Dead Zone. Drag's back on tank. And the question remains, what map will we see for map number 5?
Push, 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 push. You know I'm a push lover.
I do also love Push. And that's that prediction. And stay tuned for the excitement, folks, because it's not over yet. We are just getting started. And this could actually very well be a much longer match tonight. Just a question of how things go in this next map. So, looks like Virologic and Company still talking it over. Oh, and they go for New Junk City.
Ooh.
So we're going to see Flashpoint. Which, honestly, I would not have expected that. But you know what? I love some New Junk City. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Dreg back on the Junker Queen here. I think General Dill maybe runs the Zarya or the Diva.
It's highly
Or the
likely, but
Ram.
the Ram is what I'm expecting.
Yeah, definitely some Ram action. Love to see it.
I would be shocked, but not shocked if we saw some Mauga, but Mauga's not too strong right now. And I think that's a good thing.
I mean,
Queen, however, is in a
Dreg,
good place.
I'm sure Dreg could play Mauga if he really wanted to. But we have, anything's possible. We could see the Dreg Mauga for map number 5. I don't think we will, because as a tank enthusiast myself, I personally don't like playing Mauga that much.
I enjoy him, primarily for his personality.
That is true. He is very entertaining in that sense.
Oh, we have a shocking change of events here.
Got runs on plants going to DPS and Foxy going to support. That is not something I would have expected.
I love it. And honestly, Foxy is just as much of a DPS on support role as he is ordinarily. And we're good to go.
Here it is, folks. Map number 5. This one
Gotta
is
love a
very
bloodthirsty
much,
support.
This one is very much for all the marbles here.
Marbles!
And we'll get a quick little prediction action going here. And if I could spell biscuit, that'd be great.
No.
I mean, I probably should.
No biscuits for you. This point is so hard to spectate. There's so many cut off sight lines, and it's even worse to spectate than it is to play. Where do you even angle yourself, dang it?
I think you just kind of move yourself inside the first point and just sort of free cam. Because anybody's perspective you're going to see is rough.
I am above it. That'll have to do.
Now you see Dreg and General Dill both opting for the hamster here. I definitely could not have predicted that. So we're going to have the dueling balls.
We got a bowl off.
Who is rounder? Who is more spherical?
Who is more rotund?
Who has the greater circumference?
Low.
Oh, and we have the Zen from Foxy, which, of course, you know, like you said, he plays a DPS when he plays supports.
Yep.
And we see runs on plants on the Hanzo.
Completely expected. I am not familiar with any of runs on plants DPS picks.
He does play the Hanzo. I know that for sure because I played on a team with him last season.
Ooh,
and
dingy ballers.
That was a tough pick losing Heroic, but you took out Foxy in the process, and honestly,
runs on plants, phenomenal use of the terrain to keep his life. Oh, until just now.
Yeah, General Dill just is an absolute menace in that backline on the hamster.
Didn't see the roll around, but phenomenal use of the terrain, I must say, just to escape that Genji. Oh no, Foxy!
Foxy's gonna go down. Shaka Khan opting for the Lucio now and just chasing him down. And here comes DJ Soda. Already has Coalescence. Just
having to use it to stay alive.
Anybody who he can look at to try and either heal them or do some damage. And it's not going to get any immediate picks there. And down goes Dreg as he tried to stall the point. And General Dill just getting a ton of value. Gets the mines off. Down goes DJ Soda. And this point is going to go to Genji Ballers. Runs on plants is not going to get out alive. And Foxy cannot really get very close to point without risking getting caught in those mines.
Most likely going to... Yep.
And that is going to do it. That is a round one decisively won by Genji Ballers. And now moving over to Bomb Flats, which has some nice environmental kill opportunities if you're able to time it right.
And if they're close enough.
And we've got 4 ults on Genji Ballers right now, and only 3 for Biscuits. So right now, Biscuits playing at a pretty sizable disadvantage here.
Optimistically.
Foxy should build Transcendence in this fight, I would think.
Off of General Dill being that... Yep, I believe so.
And he's seen General Dill
He's a little deep, falling
very
low.
greedy. Zoloft is there to keep him in the fight. There's the beat from Shaka Khan. Here comes the minefield from Dreg. And now Vyro just going to pop the blade to send a message. Once again, Heroic.
Sure.
Heroic taking the sacrifice play there. And, down goes Vyro.
Shaka falling to the mines.
Micah, come on. DJ Soda just kind of stood at a distance.
Denied that blade.
And honestly, if you're General Dill and company, though, that's fine. You use 2 ults, you still have 2. The enemy team is going to have 2, possibly 3. And yeah, that DJ Soda just kind of giving Vyro the old zuck. Not much you can really do about that. And here we see Phantom Tones in there trying to get a little sneaky kill. Runs on plants over to the Soldier 76. And here comes the Orbital Ray as Phantom Tones is going to blossom precisely nobody.
I think that was out of pressure. A good move in his point of view. Denying the Orbital Ray.
And it definitely did deny that. And there goes Shaka Khan. Here comes Tectonic Shock. It's going to help get some picks. Runs on plants and Foxy are out of the fight. Here comes Phantom Tones, but Virologic once again just getting sucked down by the Moira, and there's not a whole lot he can really do about it. But it's a 3v3 right now. As Zoloft tries to survive, but Dreg's going to shoot her down. And there's Heroic hanging on. General Dill gets the minefields off right as he explodes. And now Shaka Khan just trying to use the mines as cover, but he's going to be by himself, and he's not going to be able to stall for long enough. And Dreg's just going to hang out there on point, and that's going to be a 1-1 score now, as it's all tied up. Though Biscuit's taking that one.
Junkyard, right behind it.
Yep, and they've got a nice short trip to their next point. So Dreg's got minefield again, and Genji Ballers don't have anything readily available. They should have beat pretty soon, but Runs on Plants should have Visor about the same time. So if he can get his Visor first, that'll make things pretty huge. And there's a big minefield sort of off in a corner, but Foxy's going to get picked off as everybody's just kind of able to walk around the mines and not really have to deal with them. And Shaka Khan hanging on. There's the beat to defend against the Visor. And Runs on Plants is low. He's going to get booped off of the high ground. And now General Dill chasing after that Moira. But the point is going to go to Biscuits. And Runs on Plants gets traded for Zoloft. But is still 3 on point. Shaka Khan's low is going to get sucked out by DJ Soda.
Vero is back.
He's back. He's there with his hamster.
And Heroic.
And Heroic. And the Venture. But right now,
Foxy's back too.
Still being held.
Oh, Foxy. Run. Run, Foxy.
Oh, Foxy goes down. That's a big pick. Could really help things out here as they try to chase down this Reaper who has his fade. He pops another ult that's going to take out one. It's a trade, though, as Phantom Tones gets picked off by Zoloft.
A lot of scrappy going on right now, and it is honestly in Biscuit's favor right now. They have the point. They can stall however long they need.
There's Dreg finally getting taken out, and finally the point flips to Genji Ballers, but that's a 77 capture progress right there. That's one fight. And they have at least 2 ults going into this, but Genji Ballers have 4.
I have never noticed this workshop sign on the right side of this point.
I'm gonna be honest, I can't say I have either.
The R is going, wee! Okay, back to the game.
Exactly. So he runs on plants over on the Cassidy now, trying to help deal with that Venture a little bit. As Shaka Khan
Zoloft low.
Around. Zoloft very low, gonna get lasered by the Coalescence from DJ Soda. It's a big play to start things off, but some picks in response. As General Dill and Heroic popping off in this kill feed, Shaka Khan getting a piece of the action too. And there's a big slam from General Dill. It's gonna help take out DJ Soda. And there comes the minefield. but Heroic and Viro are going to be able to avoid it pretty easily. And that's both ults used without the point being recaptured. So that's a huge investment by O Biscuits. And it's just Dreg who's going to be able to touch. Phantom Tones is going to be able to follow up, but Heroic boops him backwards. Shaka Khan is there on point. Just hanging on. Phantom Tones got no fade. He's going to have to live, but he's not able to. Now it's just Dreg once again flying in. Runs on plants, going to get taken out. So does DJ Soda. Foxy's going to get blasted down. And now Dreg is there by himself. Are they going to be able to do enough damage to kill him before the rest of his team gets back? How long is Dreg going to be able to stall? Those adaptive shields doing him a lot of good, but that CC from the Venture and from the Lucio, just too much to bear.
Sealed his fate.
A 2-1 as victory now, as Genji Ballers once again on top here.
To the refinery!
And Dreg now changing things up is going to go for the Roadhog. And we see runs on plants, has High Noon. Foxy's got Transcendence, but still almost 5 ults for Genji Ballers. Realistically, all they have to do is cycle their ults properly, and they could easily win this fight.
Greg opting for the Roadhog.
Yeah, honestly, I don't hate it, especially
It's
into
the
so
smart
many
trick.
things that you can hook. And oh, he's gonna get the hook deflected, and Drake goes down. The Transcendence not enough to stop the
Blade.
damage from the blade.
Tectonic shot.
Greedy, but now Heroic's gonna come in and finish it off. And that's gonna do it. And that's only 2 ults that they used. And it looks like they're gonna be pretty even at 3 ults apiece coming into this next fight. DJ Soda should build cold pretty quickly here.
A great escape by Phantom. Definitely perfect usage of cooldowns right there to escape in the nick of time.
Yeah, and he's got his ult too, so he needed to stay alive there. General Dill getting a big dive in, and he's going to take the Blossom, and he's going to have to end up using it to clear the mines, and Viro's going to charge it with the dash and end up taking him out. Here comes the High Noon from runs on plants, and everyone's just going to run for cover. And that's going to allow General Dill some space to just slam on in there, and here comes the Orbital Ray. It's going to take out runs on plants.
Bodies everywhere.
And here's some serious follow-up happening now for Genji Ballers as DJ Soda goes down. Zoloff may be out of the fight, but it's just General Dill. Sorry, it's
Nobody
just Greg.
touched the point as it ticks over.
And there it is, a decisive map 5 win for Genji Ballers. We're at a score of 3-2. And look at this viral logic. Absolutely huge Genji plays on this game. Look at that. Precision. The dash resets, the melee follow-up. Absolute Genji clinic right there.
Despicable. I feel so wrinkly watching that.
And there you have it, folks. That is map number 5 in the books. Genji Ballers clawing their way back here. We may very well have a reverse sweep on our hands. We're going to see if Biscuits changes anything going into map number 6. And, yep, it looks like it's just Push is the only map that hasn't been played yet. So that probably does mean we're going to see Push now.
Indeed.
And while we let them figure that out, I'm going to go figure out what the heck happened to my water, because I am starving. And by starving, I mean thirsty. All right. Could not find it, so disposable water bottle it is.
Oh, well,
Much
all right.
as I
Better
hate
than
doing
nothing.
I hate doing that to the environment, but when in doubt, gotta do what you gotta do.
Indeed. As long as you can reuse it a couple times, it's worth it.
Eh.
I like to reuse mine to make Kool-Aid.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I make a pitcher of Kool-Aid and then pre-fill it into the water bottles that I've already drank out of.
Very nice.
Environmental saving.
We do
One
try
little
our
step at a
best
time.
around here.
Esperanza. I think I said that right.
I think there's like an sh sound in there because it's
Esperanza.
yeah. Portuguese is weird like that.
Esperanza. Gotta love it. Whoop. Esperanza.
Yeah. 2 Fort. This isn't Team Fortress 2.
I wish it was. That was a golden era. I remember first playing it with my ex. It was my first FPS.
I think it was
And
also my first. Well, it was my first PC FPS.
I had no idea what I was doing. I
Same.
played spy and hid in a corner half the time and waited until like there was one guy that walked by with my little knife in my hand. Just I'm ready. I'm ready. Anybody walks by this corner, they're dead. And most of the time, I would be the one that was dead.
And a pyro just walking around randomly spy checking just finds you.
Yeah, I remember that. Wholesome times.
I remember. Oh, Pyro. Such a great character.
All bubbles and unicorns.
Indeed. And it
I
looks like
was
runs on...
quite fond of the heavy.
Oh, I mean, the heavy's great. Everybody knows that. How can you not love gun and sandwich?
Off we go! Sandwich. The Demoman is also quite close to my heart.
Yes.
I just love the Scottish accent.
I think Demo Man was what cemented my love for Junkrat early on. I feel like
I hate
I played
Junkrat,
them
simply because of the
kind of the same
cheesiness.
way. But that's what makes him so lovable, is he's just so goofy.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, he's got very big chaotic neutral vibes. But, you know.
Did you know that there's a high ground over here to the left?
To the left of what?
So if you're standing
you
at the
mean
bot,
above this cafe?
yes,
Oh yeah,
you can get
stand
up there. No one ever uses it. No one.
I mean, it's not really very convenient to get up to, because like if you're Ash or Widow, you have to use a cooldown to get up here.
Yep.
Or if you're Sojourn, you have to use a cooldown to get up here.
And honestly, not a pinnacle place to be, especially since both teams usually are already there.
Yeah, as Hanzo, you can get up there for free, I guess, or Kiri, Bap maybe.
Or Genji, but Genji wouldn't optimally be there either. So yeah, not a very good high ground, but it's there nonetheless.
It is there. It does exist, and it's rather grassy and kind of nice looking. But you know what?
You can hide behind this little bitty lip right here, but I don't know if it's worth it.
I guess it must not be, or we probably would have known
We
about
got
it.
Drag on the monkey again.
Honestly, it works. Monkey
And
is always strong.
Back to dive we go.
I was talking to Omnilus about this last night. Monkey is just always strong. He just has been since the start of Overwatch 2. And
Gosh,
we're seeing
dang,
it
both
here.
teams, huge dive. Chaos
And
everywhere.
so much dive, but right now it looks like Genji Ballers are the ones coming out on top here. It's Foxy and Byro in the trade. Heroic gets taken out as well, and it's now a 2v2, the Lucio and Tank v Lucio and Tank. And poor Shaka Khan getting bullied.
General elects to get some distance on the bot.
He made a worthy... Shaka Khan's sacrifice was worthy and definitely not in vain.
They're definitely not going to take the lead right here.
And look at this Cock Lobster.
Every inch matters.
Cock Lobster subscribed with Prime.
Woo!
Thanks, Cock Lobster. He was my team captain. That guy's pretty cool.
I have heard good things. Good things. It looks like Genji Ballers are playing it patient here. Waiting for them to get to this choke. Ooh.
And they're doing a good job of causing a lot of havoc in the back line of Biscuits to get a nice
Trades
trade there.
everywhere.
Although Shaka Khan out of the fight again.
Greg trying to get the heroic.
And they are gonna, unfortunately, Genji
Trades
Ballers
everywhere. Oh.
Oh, and Virologic getting 2. We're gonna see if General Dill can take out DJ Soda. He manages to do it. It is the long, scrappy game of just constant trades.
Foxy is back. The bot is moving.
Foxy recalls.
The bot is not moving.
And I think, yeah, Shaka Khan popped beat.
That's a win. Getting that beat, huge.
Takes Foxy out, and Dreg is still alive.
No,
oh,
Blade.
Trouble. And there's Beat and Blade. Phantom Tones goes down, and Shaka Khan goes down. Dreg finally gets killed. Runs on plants, tries to get out and teleport, but his Lucio was not really far enough away to give him a valid teleport target. And that cost a lot of Qs on both sides. And
a lot of scrap. A lot of scrap everywhere. We could be a scrapbook right now.
And Genji Ballers take the lead. It's a slim margin, but they've got it for now. And right now, Dreg's going to be looking to farm up another Angry Monkey here. Here comes a minefield that General Dill's going to pop right inside that little room there, overlooking the point. And, oh, Foxy get pissed off by Zoloft. That's a huge stagger. There's nobody else on point right now.
Dreg.
General Dill.
Oh, Dreg.
Huge slam by General Dill. Huge play to just box out the enemy team and force them to play his game instead of theirs. And now the forward spawn is Genji Ballers to control. Viro's gonna just get out and away from that Winston diving him. You see Foxy poking into the backline now, and he's on point. And down goes Dreg early, though. Phantom Tones gets the high noon off, but does not get any kills and actually dies for it. The robot not moving, and Zoloft getting harassed by Foxy in the backline of Genji Ballers. So that was a lot of ults used, and the robot didn't really get to move as far as it might have been able to.
Heroic coming out and picking off runs on plants.
There's a nice little play there by General Dill to help out, and they're stalling the robot at this point. They still have forward spawn.
Oh.
Shaka Khan goes down, so does Heroic, but here comes the Orbital Ray from Zoloft. It's a 3v4 right now, as Dreg just harassing Virologic. There's not much he can do against that Winston weapon.
Phantom Tomes in the backline, try to take out the tank and support.
He finally manages to take them out.
With help from runs on plants.
It looks like they may have stalled it just... Shaka Khan on this Lucio may have stalled it just long enough for the rest of his team to get forward spawn, but he is not going to have it. So they're just going to have to wait. And there's still a good 5 minutes and change left here.
You're going to be missing that beat for this team fight here.
We're going to see just how quickly Shaka Khan is able to get back and help his team. General Dill is actually up on the high ground stalling. Here comes another Dragon Blade from Virologic. The beat comes out from DJ Soda to counter it. So that's going to pretty much shut down that ult in its tracks.
Phantom Tomes, MVP, moving the bot.
And they don't quite get forward spawn, though. Foxy getting taken out. Down goes General Dill just as the beat came out. Shaka Khan just a frame too late to keep his tank in the fight. But still hanging on, still stalling. And we see General Dill he's got it online. And
they got off the bot.
They did, only for a moment, but they got off. And right now, General Dill's got plenty of opportunity to get a good stall here, but Phantom Tones has Death Blossom. So I would imagine, worst case scenario, he'll probably use that just to try and clear the mines. And right now, Shaka Khan getting caught very far out and having to run back to his team. His drag is low and gets taken out. The huge opening pick, taking the tank out of the fight. DJ Soda trying to make something happen and stall, and he goes down to General Dill. And
Foxy not finding anything.
Oh, Foxy tried to blink off the side, and Heroic said, no, 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 my splash damage kills you. And there we go, the robot flipping its way back. Forward spawn is negated as Viro is
gets
back
a little
onto
spread
the
out here.
And man, this is once again just a very long, scrappy fight as things flip around here. And
the fight never ends almost.
And there's a Death Blossom. I don't think they got anyone, but it was enough to zone people out. And DJ Soda getting some nice follow-up with Dreg. The robot got past halfway, though. So neither team has forward spawn right now. And if General Dill can get out, his team can regroup pretty well here.
The lead could be taken.
Let me see. Oh, Foxy's low. He's going to get taken almost out. No, down he goes. That was a big kill after losing that recall. Now Heroic and General Dill charging straight to the cart.
Shaka, you tried, man.
Shaka wanting to out Lucio DJ Soda, and DJ Soda goes down. Shaka goes down, but Fyro gets the pick on Dreg. Phantom
Shaka
Tones
almost made it to
robot.
contest the lead.
Oh no, Heroic going down. That's going to hurt.
Phantom Tomes. Oh, no cooldowns left. Oh.
Huge play, and that is going to shut down that push, but it's now
Biscuit's got the
a tricky
lead.
one. Yeah, and at this
All they got to
point-
do is play the team fight.
There's a pulse bomb with no targets successfully killed. Unfortunate.
Oh, huge pick
Pyro.
coming from on Drag.
Holding that Deadeye for a very long time. Cassidy not able to get any immediate value, but lots of follow-up coming in via General Dill and Zoloft as General
No
Dill tries
forward
to chase
spawn.
down that Lucio. Looks like Genji Ballers may be able to take back the lead here. It's only a few meters difference.
DJ Soda
already
may
there.
be able to. Definitely Phantom Tomes. Drag is on it.
Oh, and just
Oh, beat only finds one person.
that is unfortunate. General Dill doing a good job
Mines
of
are
zoning
gonna
off the point.
Ooh, force the monkey ult.
They did force the monkey ult, and he's just gonna take all that damage. And he's still got plenty of health left over. And oh no! He accidentally boxed his own support into the mines. Oh, that is
Genji Ballers are gonna
unfortunate.
take back that lead.
What a play. Very solid fights. All around here. This robot is pushing its way down, and it's only about a minute and 14 seconds to go. We are in the final moments. O-Biscuits are going to have to really pull something out if they want to win this map. If they win several fights in a row, back-to-back, and
Ooh.
Phantom Tones goes down early. And now
Off
Foxy's
going
low.
down.
Nice picks, but no, DJ Soda, that's now a trade in favor of Genji Ballers. And here comes the Tectonic Shock. Runs up, Lance goes down first. Virologic way in the back now, having to get zoned out a bit. And here comes the Reaper ult, and Heroic's just going to dig away from it. And now Phantom Tone's there with some of his team. We see the Kiri comes in, gives him the Suzu, and down goes Heroic.
That spawn advantage is being felt.
And oh, down goes Dragon. Here's another High Noon coming out. And it looks like he's just going to opt to cancel it and just get that free reload. Down goes Phantom Tones, down goes Foxy. DJ Soda on the point trying to survive, runs on plants, gets killed by Shaka Khan. And another kill with some help from Zoloft there as Dreg gets booped away. 12 seconds to go, 10 seconds left. It is down to the wire here as Phantom Tones manages to make it back. Shaka Khan boops him back. General Dill is there as well, pushing him away. Here comes
Foxy
the
is
hamster.
making the touch.
DJ Soda runs into a mine, and Virologic gets a nice follow-up kill with the Hinder Grenade, and in overtime, it is all tied up, folks. We are going to map 7. The score is 3-3. And Virologic, once again, the Genji Pot G.
Beautiful,
that-
beautiful shuriken usage. Honestly,
That-
happy it wasn't a blade. Always love some display of raw skill.
You gotta love it, the sheer mechanical prowess. And with that, folks, we're on to map 7. This is truly for all of the marbles.
Marbles.
I believe we go back to control now, if I am not mistaken.
That is correct. Whatever was played first. Yes, Ilios is not allowed. No repeat maps.
I think the real question here is Biscuits going to change anything up? I have a feeling that Genji Ballers is probably not going to change their lineup going into map 7, but we will see. It will be a matter of time to determine that. And I agree, Lazy Turtle. This is an absolutely fantastic match. Probably the best one I've casted all season. Truly even to the end. And I'm not really sure who's going to take it. I think either team is entirely capable of winning this last map.
It literally could go both ways. Both teams have showed exceptional skill, exceptional team execution, and I am above and beyond ready to see who comes out on top.
So here we go, folks. The final map, it won't be Ilios, but it could be any of the control options available to us, and we will find out here in just a moment.
Bio break. We should take a bio break.
All right, we are back at it again with the white bands. Still waiting to see what the final map is going to be. It's been an exciting best of 7 series here in the PMAOWL Grand Finals. And you know what? Let's just do a quick prediction in chat. What is the next map going to be? I'm curious to see what everyone thinks. Is it going to be... Let's see what we got. Busan's an option. Nepal's an option. Oasis is an option. We might see the classic Lijiang Tower. Could even see some Antarctica. We could even see a little bit of Samoa.
Maybe. It doesn't seem like the map has been picked yet.
It has not. So drop your predictions in chat now. Or vote on this.
Oh, it has
Win
been
channel points.
It has been decided.
Don't
we have
tell them
Oasis.
Yet. Oh, never mind.
My bad.
Well, it was Oasis. Nobody wins any points. Actually, I lied. Somebody did actually vote in time. And somebody wins channel points. Congratulations. Y'all were actually quick on the draw for once. And Lazy Turtle wins 30 channel points. Look at that.
Oh, wow. I'm so proud.
There you go, Fleeble. Plus 30 points, easy. All right, Runs on Plants is sticking with it for map 7. Just waiting on Viro, and he also is sticking with it.
Off we go.
We'll throw another prediction in chat.
Who's gonna be the new champions?
Welcome to Oasis.
Who will win the championship? Will it be Genji Ballers? Will it be...
You spawn at such an odd
Biscuits?
place as a spectator in this map.
2 minutes on the clock. Bet your points, people. This is quite literally for the title, for the imaginary trophy that we don't actually hand out because it would be too difficult to ship a trophy to all the various people all over the country. And also that
It
would
would be
cost
hard.
money.
Must all find a cause worth
So
fighting.
here we are.
I mean, it could be like a piece of paper. We could mail it with a cute little stamp.
5,
You know, we could.
2,
I will. We'll have to take that under advisement. And here we go. The Symmetra to get everybody out. Phantom Tones forgets to take the teleporter. Classic.
Poor
And
thing.
Foxy back onto the Tracer. So people back on what they do best.
Drag on the
that-
queen.
Oh, and he's gonna get
Oh!
pooped. Oh, Shaka Khan has been salivating about doing that all game. Takes out runs on plants too.
And a certain take by the Genji Ballers for the point.
And speaking of Genji ballers, Vyro on the Genji is going to be the one capturing the point because the rest of his team is off in Narnia.
At least someone's doing it.
And, well, okay, Dreg immediately swapping over to the Winston,
Oh,
which I don't hate going into this comp. He definitely
necessary.
wants to deal with the Genji a little bit better.
An
Now
optimistic
General
flank
Bill.
from Foxy.
And Dreg just diving right in there.
Foxy is critically low.
Oh, and Fyro's going to be taken out first. DJ Soda gets traded. Foxy goes down. Soda's runs on plants. Zolof's out of the fight. So's Dreg.
Phantom Tone's the only one left.
And he is not going to live long. And there he goes. And there's
Poor cowboy.
Another solid fight win for Genji Ballers. They're really putting all the gas into this one.
All the gas indeed.
Here we go. Dreg once again looking to position for that dive on that high ground. Try to take out these supports.
Yet again, an optimistic flank from Foxy.
Looks like he's gonna... I don't even know where... Oh, he's all the way down there. A nice boop there by Chaka Khan to keep his Juno out of trouble. And Firelog's
Ooh.
gonna take Foxy out. A big play there. And oh, Dreg lands on top of Shaka Khan. Takes him out of the fight. Zolof now in major trouble as Dreg's gonna laser her down. And Dreg goes down. Got quite a lot of value out of all those picks.
Heroic's all that's left. Oh, nope. Nope.
General
I
Dill's
proved wrong.
back. Runs on plants actually got taken out of that fight there too. Heroic's still alive.
Shaka.
General-
Zolof already returned.
And General Dill's on the
Huge
fight
scrappy
with
fights
mines.
going on here.
And,
It
oh,
never
General Dill.
ends.
Some nice
And the
follow-up by
point
General Dill.
continues to tick.
Oh, down goes Foxy. Not able to survive against the hamster. And there's a big beat from Shaka Khan as Dreg jumps in on the Winston. Shaka Khan's now just trying to survive for as long as he can.
We are
Down
in
goes
overtime.
Plants. Here comes Tectonic Shock. Here comes the High Noon. Oh, Fyro
It's all
goes
or nothing.
down. But it's not. It may not be enough here as Phantom Tones gets taken out of the fight. Foxy's
Foxy
there.
needs to make a
recalls.
miracle.
I don't think he's going to pull it off. And down he goes, Shaka Khan with another environmental. And that's a 100-0 victory in point number 1.
Score 1-0.
There we go.
Ready for battle.
Round 2. This could very well be it for Genji Ballers. So close. But at the same time, Biscuits can absolutely turn it around. They are by no means out of the woods yet. See Phantom Tones. Looks like there's Phantom Tones sticking with his Cassidy. We've got runs on plants on the Kiriko.
5,
DJ Soda sticking with that Lucio. Still very good on this point.
2,
And Drake going back to the Queen,
round
which
2.
I definitely like that a little better
The objective.
for the second point.
I really like Queen, and she's really strong. As long as you don't have a Ana on the enemy.
That is true. Oh, and
Ooh, Foxy.
getting wide and picked out early, but General Dill might be in some trouble here. You can see if he can make it back on.
Accepting
No!
death, man. Valiant.
Oh, unfortunate. Both tanks now have fallen to the environmentals so far in this final map here. And oh, Soloff getting
Dreg.
picked off by Dreg. And Dreg's low is going to go down, but not before he takes one with him. General Dill's back. And he's able to get back quick. DJ Soda is going to die.
It's
And
a
the
3v3.
It's a 3v3, and right now, Biscuits actually has the point. And you see Foxy recalls. And now you see Genji Ballers back onto the point. Foxy's going to flank and try and take it. Phantom Tones gets taken out by Heroic on the side there. And Heroic is going to have to just wait out until he can get his dive back again so he can cleanse that bleed, and he does. And now we see the kills just stacking up as Genji Ballers racking up all kinds of eliminations, and they have flipped the point. Things are now ticking in their favor here as they cross the 20% mark. This isn't even Boop City. It's really not, Fleeble. This is not the map you would expect to see all the boops on. But honestly, General Dill and company are making the environmentals happen. They've got the comp to do it. They've got a lot of CC between the Hamster, Lucio, and the Venture. And you see now, the Venture dives in. He's going to go right after that Kiriko. Try to get as much value as he can. He's going to get pushed away, and Foxy actually managed to pick off Zoloft. Gets
Oh
the
no,
bomb,
Foxy!
but no, he recalled up the...
Zero!
And now the stalls begin as General
The
Dill and
environment
company
is
touch
taking
point.
a lot of kills this round.
Oh, Shaka Khan going down in a valiant effort to stall. And that is going to do it, as General Dill is just going to slam on point and let himself be taken. Just go ahead and reset Spaghetti. And Oviro with a nice little exit pick there. Or, I guess, re-entry pick as he gets back from spawn. But that's a huge stagger. Taking out runs on plants as they open this fight up. And they're back at a effectively even strength here. General Dill's going to jump in here. We see Phantom Tones back onto the Reaper. The High Noon coming out from Viro. He's going to try and get somebody. And he gets two! A huge play with the Deadeye. And now it's just Dreg. He's going to get booped into the mines. And it's just runs on plants on point as it gets flipped. And we are now at 70%. The clock is ticking down. Dreg deciding, screw you guys, I'm going horse.
Oh, understandable, to be honest.
That Hamster is a real nuisance, and the horse can do a lot to deal with that. And horse
As well as deal with Lucio and Venture, for that matter.
And here comes from behind the Tectonic Shock. It takes out, runs on plants right as he popped the Kitsune Rush. And Drake unfortunately doesn't get the spear. The Tectonic Shock is proving massive. The Orbital Ray is there. The clock ticks down. And that is GG. Your season champions, Genji Ballers, in a score of 4-3. A photo finish to close out a fantastic season. And here it is, Shaka Khan, perhaps one of the oldest heads in the league, with tonight's final Pachi. Look at that. The environmental. The kill on runs on plants. The follow-up on Foxy. Absolutely huge Lucio plays. Huge plays from everybody tonight. An absolute
amazing
banger, Minoru.
job from everyone.
And that will do it for us here for our championships. We will be
Congratulations to everyone.
Yes, congratulations to everyone. A hell of a season from Biscuits. Hell of a comeback from Genji Ballers. And we will be seeing you all pretty soon. We're going to have All-Stars coming up, and then, take a little break because you got the holidays coming up, and I'd imagine probably December, January-ish, we'll be seeing a draft for the next season. So
I'm highly
tuned to
anticipating this
Discord.
coming season.
And as am I. I'm curious to see who comes back as captains, what new teams we have, new faces we might see, and just pay attention to Discord for all your regularly scheduled updates from the commission. This is Bang on My Drums, Mercury Turtle, that one Dan Guy, and the whole Find Me Alpha Overwatch League, saying we'll catch you on the flip side.
You're clear. Yeet.